We did a romance. Now we're gonna do a research. Let's do... Let's round up some kitties. Cat collection. It's a sunny afternoon. Most of the cats are lazing on the beach. Perfect, like shooting a fish in a barrel. I double-check my supply list. Crate, treats, sedatives, snare, catnip, antiseptic cream for myself. I've got everything. I have a sick feeling in my stomach, but I ignore it as best as I can. This is going to be a challenge, but I am pleased the professor has trusted me with more than physical tasks. I walk out onto the beach feeling like a child catcher. I keep reminding myself that I'm doing this for the greater good, even if it makes me unpopular with the cats. I set up the crate in an unsuspecting location and keep the snare hidden behind my back. At first I stroll around, trying to look as casual as possible, whistling a tune as I walk. I get close to one of the smaller cats. I start to stroke her. I want this to be as painless as possible. The cat responds well to me. She even starts to purr gently. Are you gonna come with me? The cat looks at me with big, wide, loving eyes. Come on, then. I pick up the cat, carry her to the crate, and place her gently inside. I lock it shut, even though the cat makes no attempt to escape. Well, that went better than expected. This may be a good day after all. Emboldened by my success, I approach one of the slightly larger cats. Hey, matey, shall we get in the basket? I give him a little stroke. He doesn't respond badly, although he doesn't seem particularly interested either. I put my hands on either sides of his body, ready to pick him up. He doesn't look happy about it and growls a warning at me. Hey, mister, it's gonna be okay. We're just going on a little trip, alright? As soon as I start to lift, all hell breaks loose. Yowling and hissing, he scratches my arms to ribbons. I try to get him into the basket, but he stretches out, and I can't fit him in. Oh god, ow, oh no. I know when I'm defeated, and I have to let him go. He scampers off into the distance. I look down at my ravaged arms. Note to self, wear long sleeves when on caging duty. We did some research. Now we're gonna do some recon. Recon 4. Gonna be interviewing the security guard. I believe his name is Zane. I've been staring at the back of his head for a long time now. Too long. I'm starting to feel creepy. I just don't understand it. All he does is sit in that chair by the dock, eating egg sandwiches and doing crossword puzzles. How does a man like that become a security guard for this place? As far as I can tell, his job consists of greeting the boat to make sure nothing unauthorized gets on or off of it, picking up supply deliveries, and occasionally taking a long, lazy lap of the island and to make sure everything is secure? I wonder what he knows about the research that goes on here, if anything. He doesn't seem to be interested regardless. I decide it's time to get to know the island bouncer, and go to join him at the dock. I sit next to Zane. Me on the sand, him in that chair. He's not wearing his big coat or his short sleeve, and the short-sleeved shirt allows me to notice for the first time how surprisingly muscular he is. I never truly thought of him as security in a bodyguard sense, but now, squinting at him sideways, trying not to stare too obviously, I begin to see him in a new light. I pluck up the courage to talk. Hey Zane, how are you? Are you trying to start a conversation? He says this without looking up from his crossword puzzle. Oh, I suppose I am, yes. I don't get to chat with humans much on my job. Research Assistant 125. He rolls the words out like he's reading them. Oh yes, I guess that's me. So what does the number stand for anyhow? You don't know? He asks monotonously. I still glued to his crossword puzzle. No, actually, to be honest, Zane, I don't know much at all. There's a definite lack of intel sharing on this project. Which project would that be? This one? The whole research project that's going on. Is there more? Depends on who you ask. I was just asking you, really. I don't understand your job. I don't need to. I don't care about things I don't need to. What do you care about? Zane looks at me for the first time. You really want to talk, don't you? Well, there's not much to do here. Besides, I'm interested in it all. Aren't you? My interests consist of what's for dinner and when my next puzzle book's coming. When it's coming? You get it delivered? Comes with the mail. He's back to not looking at me again. The mail? You mean the parcels? The letters, yeah. The letters? Who would go to the trouble of sending mail all the way out here when we have email? I laugh, but Zane looks very serious. It's safer sending mail the old-fashioned way. With email, there's viruses, hackers, worms, cyber-terrorists. I get the feeling he's not very tech-savvy. Hey, just like me. Yeah, but anyone can open and read a letter, right? Not if I'm around. And besides, who would suspect that something important would be in a fragrant pink envelope? There's an awkward silence. Of course, being my usual socially inept self, I'm desperate to fill it. Need any help with that crossword? I'm pretty good. I can even do cryptic puzzle in the Daily Inquirer. This line usually gains me a little known kudos, but Zane simply ignores me. I decide to just come out and say what's on my mind. I mean it. I can't make things more awkward than they already are. Zane, have you ever noticed anything strange going on here? Cats behaving weirdly? Zane suddenly looks up, his eyes locking straight onto mine, unwavering and hard. No? Have you? Well, not exactly, but he is looking at me properly for the first time since we met. I have definitely captured his attention, but I'm too nervous to follow through. I'm just silly. The lack of human company can get to me, gives me daft ideas. Such as? He's still staring at me as though he's trying to read my mind. Sometimes when I'm out tagging, I feel they're playing games on me. Like children, hide and seek, that kind of thing. Some of those cats may be cleverer than any of us give it credit for. Now it's my turn to be intrigued. In what way? They know when to stay out of the sun. You're going pink. The moment, if there ever was one, is over. I decide maybe Zane isn't the best person to talk to about my concerns. Feeling unwanted and slightly dejected, I decide to head back to camp. I stand up and brush the sand off of me. What's a 5-letter word for solitude? Alone. Yeah, alone. Zane silently scribbles in his book as I leave. Alright. We're gonna do a little resting. You had a lovely nap and wake up feeling revitalized. Your energy has been restored. Magic. Very nice. I like the little posters that we get in my room. Even though my room's a little bit of a disaster. But, I think I'm gonna end it today because it's been going on for quite some time now. But yeah, thanks for watching.